Okay, what made me take all the sciences? My parents. I've got Nigerian parents. They want me to be an engineer, or doctor, lawyer.
Hi guys, I'm Maria.
Hi, I'm Gabriel.
And welcome to our channel. So we're talking all about money, marriage, and just general adulting. So in this video, we're going to be talking to you about our career journeys, or basically just how we got from school to where we are today. We live in the UK, and in the UK you do your GCSEs and then you move on to your A-levels. Now GCSE wise, I did really well at GCSEs because I did. But A-levels was a completely different story. I really struggled at A-levels, and I think I made a video ages ago about my some of my A-level struggles. And yeah, in terms of my subjects at GCSE, I think I did about 13 GCSEs.
That's a lot.
Yeah, at the time I don't know, we just did a lot. And I remember I did one of my GCSEs early, and that was statistics. It was a lot. At the time I thought it was, as my 16-year-old self thought that it was a lot, up until I got to A-levels, which was something completely different. And in terms of my A-levels, my option choices I took was, I did biology, chemistry, maths and art. And art was like my creative subject. That was the one that I would express myself in. And yeah, apart from that, I did really like the sciences, so hence why I did those particular subjects.
My options was PE.
You did PE?
Yeah, PE, physical education. You had to get something easy in there. You need to make up for the grades somewhere. Chemistry, biology, and physics.
So he's a bit of a scientist as well. He is. Yeah, well, he doesn't look like it. Was.
But the hardest one was physics.
Yeah.
Back then you could drop one, or I think now you could only pick 3. But yeah. Back then you could pick 4 and drop 1.
Yeah.
Physics, it dropped me. Physics at that time it just seemed like a different language. It seemed like just
what made you go and take physics though? Seriously, like.
Well, okay, what made me take all the sciences? My parents. I've got Nigerian parents. They want me to be an engineer, or doctor, lawyer.
So. Anyway, I managed to do my A-levels. I didn't do very well, but I just scraped it by the skin of my teeth. I managed to get into uni, and we mentioned in our How We Met video that we went to Aston Uni, and I decided to pick chemical engineering. The reason why I picked chemical engineering was because I thought it'd be some kind of blend of design. I was thinking, you know, engineering, design, creativity, and I thought it'd be chemistry as well, and I really liked chemistry.
Is that what you was thinking?
That's what I thought. I don't know.
I was thinking oil and gas.
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking, you know, design, art, and chemistry all combined into one, and it was nothing like I imagined. It was all maths and physics, and I hadn't taken physics A-level, and my maths A-level was something else. It was a struggle and a half, and so I was in a completely different world, and there was very little chemistry in chemical engineering. Remember, there wasn't that much chemistry in the subject, and so I remember thinking, what am I doing? It was not easy at all. And so I got to about 2nd year of my degree, and I realized, before this though, to be honest, my 15-year-old self had always said, you know what, I think I want to be a teacher. And the reason why I wanted to go, the reason why at the time I thought, oh, teaching would be a nice profession, is because it looked fun. I had one teacher that was amazing, you know, and you know, he used to make lessons look so fantastic. Like, he'd be walking around, and it seemed like a profession where I could come in at 9, finish at 3, you get all these holidays, and I was like, yeah, I just want to enjoy my life, you know. I don't want to be bogged down, waking up in the morning thinking I hate my life, I don't like my job. I really wanted just to be happy in my job, and my teacher at the time just made it seem like it was amazing. So I was like, you know what, I think I want to be a teacher, but I don't want to go off to uni and do a straight up teaching degree. I wanted to do a science degree because I just thought it would open up more doors for me at the time. And to be honest, I had that kind of, there was a time when I was thinking maybe I'd go more artsy, but like we were saying, like, you know, with African parents, if you tell them at the time, if you tell them that you want to do kind of like an artsy type of subject, they won't take you seriously.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't know what I would have done with it. Now, you know, in this year, in 2018, like the world, like I think the world is just for the creatives. Right now, it's all about being creative. It's all about, you know, having those kind of skills, and those skills will take you so far. But back then, it was all about, you know, really being academic and going that type of route. By the time I got to first year, at the end of first year, I was like, you know what, I'm not really about this chem eng life. I think I'm just gonna...
First year?
But from first year, I was like, at the end of first year, I was like, I don't know about this chem eng life. I think I'm gonna go back to what I decided that I wanted to do in the beginning and go into teaching. But at the start of like second year of uni, I remember telling my parents that I don't want to continue with this engineering. I want to go and be a teacher. And my parents, like, I think especially my mom, they were so against it. They were like, you've just gone and you just, you know, you've studied engineering. Why would you want to be a teacher? I remember my mom saying at the time, she was like, teachers, they only have, like the teachers that she remembers in Africa, they had one shoe. And I was like, it's not that deep, Mum. I'm sure, you know, teachers now are not that poor. I'm sure it's not that bad, but she was really not for it. But I knew in my heart of hearts that I wasn't going to be happy if I stayed in engineering, and I wanted to be happy. That was my main goal in life, that I just want to be happy. I got through my degree, you know, I got through it thanks to your help. I had some awesome friends and some amazing people on our course. We had some amazing friends. Honestly, Chem Eng gang, you know who you are. You know who you are. Like honestly, if it wasn't for Chem Eng, like the people we had, I don't think I would have gotten through my degree. It was hardcore. It wasn't easy. It was a lot of fun. Like we had a lot of fun. We had some amazing friends on our course that are still friends of ours to this very day. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful for the time in which I went in and did that course, and the people that I met. And the people that you meet in life are so valuable. Honestly, I have learned, I think this is a whole nother video in itself at some point, but just be really mindful of the people you surround yourself with, because they will make or break your life. Anyway, I finished Chem Eng by the grace of God, and then I took a gap year. In that time, I think I did some odd jobs here and there, and that's when I decided that I was going to go into teaching. And I had postponed my teaching qualification, my teaching degree thing. I postponed it for a year because at the end of my undergraduate, I was just like, I'm tired of lectures, I'm tired of coursework, I'm tired of assignments, I'm tired of exams, I'm just tired. I just need a break. I just want a year when I'm not thinking about any of those sort of things. And so I took that year, and it was a really good, I'm happy I took that year, because you can either take a gap year before you get to uni, or you can take a gap year after, or at any point, I guess, really. But I was happy that I was secure, that I had my degree. And then I knew that I was going, the year after that, I was going to go in and do my teaching qualification. And yeah, so that's where I found myself, and then I began teaching, and I've loved it ever since. To be honest, I'm a science teacher with a chemistry specialism. To be honest, sometimes I even wonder about the fact that I'm teaching A-level chemistry, when I remember struggling so much with just all my A-level subjects at the time. But it's one of those ones where sometimes it takes a while for your brain to kind of mature and understand certain things. Yeah,
sometimes as well, the best teachers are the ones that struggled with learning those subjects, because you can break it down in a more simple and easier way. Yeah, definitely. So what are you doing now? Like, what do you do? Tell me. Okay, I'll start from the beginning. Well, close to the beginning. So secondary school, I did okay. I think I was just average Joe in terms of grades. So just got by a few, you know, enough. Yeah. You know, a few B's, a few C's, you know. So you wasn't an A-star student? Nah. A-star. No. Did you ever see an A in your life, or an A-star? Did you get an A in any of your GCSEs? No, not in any of my GCSEs. No A's? No A's at all. Okay. But I had 10 A's, by the way. You had 10 A's? I had 10 A's. Okay, I've got a theory about that. I've got a theory. I think you just had a better school.
I did. I had an amazing school. I was at a very, very good school, which I actually ended up working at.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a really, really good school.
Yeah, my school was alright. Yeah, I did okay. Like, I always worked hard. So I worked hard to do okay. A level was hard. That one, those grades were just whoosh. They're like, what's it, CDD or CCD? I told you, I said earlier, I did physics. Physics was just a woof. Like, yeah. At that time, physics just seemed like a different language. Like, people that could pick up physics first time, I applaud them. A level was hard. It was difficult. Got away with, you know, some passable grades, but lucky enough, at the time I was able to go into the uni that I wanted to and do chemical engineering, but through a foundation year. So it was almost like a year zero, because I didn't do like further maths or anything like that. It was like a blank, like a gap between A level and uni. Yeah, it was a gap. It was also like like a catch-up year? Yeah, like a catch-up year. So you do further maths and you do physics plus almost, and all these other things. It was more of a general engineering type of thing, and I did very well. I got first in my first year. Yeah, I got first in my first year, and really I think what the difference was though was my hard work paid off. In university. I think the difference with university and college and GCSE, the difference is that in university you have to work a lot harder. Yeah. You don't have to be that academic, or you don't have to be that smart, but as long as you can work hard, you can get it. Whereas I found I think, to be honest, I think that's A levels as well. I must say that, you know, I have seen, you know, students come up with A stars and A grades, and they've changed the whole system now. It's numbers now, but you know what I mean when I say A stars and A's at GCSE, because you can get by just on your intelligence alone. But then when it comes to actually going into A levels and uni, I think it's definitely down to your ability to work. Yeah, if you're smart enough to do A levels, then you're more than capable enough to do a uni degree. Yeah. It's just that it's a lot more work. So if you're consistent and on time and go to lectures, you have to actually go to your lectures. You can't be spending 9k just to sleep. If you're hard working, you do well in university. So I did the masters in chemical engineering, and I finished with a 2-1. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, a lot of blood, sweat, tears. Yeah, I only did a bachelor's. I didn't do a master's. So you know, you did from foundation all the way to master's. Yeah. I think that is really, really good, because well, I think from the foundation year helped. I think there's still probably options like that. So if you think, oh, you don't have the grades to go to the first year, foundation years, I'll, you know, obviously check the reviews for the universities, but they're there to help you. My friend actually, he had the option of going into first year direct, but still took the foundation year because he didn't know which type of engineering he wanted to do. So it kind of gives you a taste of what you're getting into as well. After university, it's funny, after university and on the day you finish, you're a graduate, but the day after you're unemployed. Graduate, yeah. So it's like your status demotes straight after. So I was unemployed for a little bit. Well, it seemed like a long time. Yeah, it was almost a year. It was almost a year. After that, got a few jobs in engineering. One was in a renewable energy plant. So I was literally converting waste into energy. Sounds very, you know, renewable and, you know, green. Yeah. But the place stank. We're talking about waste to energy, and waste doesn't smell good. But I was hungry for a job. Yeah. You know, and it paid good. So did it, and it was in my field. After that,
you did that for about 3 months, and then you got your really good job.
Yeah, I did that for about 3 months. Then got a better job, in a graduate scheme for an oil and gas safety provider. So did that for a few years.
And that was
traveled
really cool.
a bit.
Yeah, you got to travel. He had an amazing job. I was actually really quite jealous. I was like, I should have done engineering maybe, because you did get to travel to loads of like really nice places, and the company would pay for everything.
But yeah, did that for about, was it about 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah, it was 4 years.
It was 4 years.
Yeah.
Then left to start my business in property investing. It came at a quite convenient time.
Did you ever think you'd be doing your own business?
No, I wasn't even somebody that was like, oh, I need to start my own business. Well, from the get-go. I think after a while of working, you start to think of...
Reality hits you.
Yeah, you start to think of like your aspirations. So, well, I remember from the beginning, I always wanted to be this world-class engineer that can, you know, be like a guru, like the go-to person. So if you have any problems, come to me. But after a while, I was kind of dissatisfied with that goal. So it's like, okay, what more than money can this provide me? What more than money and pride can this provide me? Could I have my kids run it? Can I? What could I give my kids from this company? I don't own it, you know. So thoughts like that, aspiring to do more and to have more freedom. Me and one of my good friends, also business partner, literally, well, even before that, we started property training.
Yeah, we actually did a course. Me, you, and a couple of friends.
Yeah.
We thought, okay, let's go into property.
Yeah, let's get into property.
Yeah.
Did a mentorship.
Yeah, because obviously we wanted to get on the property ladder, and we were just thinking, okay, so what's the best way? Because obviously there is money in property. So
there's money, and there's loads of different strategies.
So we actually did a year course on like different ways of managing property and just getting onto the property ladder and all sorts of different things, and that trained us up. And then did that for a year, and started making some money from it. It was funny because after, you know, started making money from the property business, it coincided with the oil crash. So the price of oil dropped, which meant that loads of companies were making people redundant. So at that time, I was actually looking for redundancy. I was like, deep down, I was praying. You was gonna quit.
You was
actually just gonna quit.
A few months later, I was calculating, okay, my investments would make such amount which would match my income, so it, you know, shouldn't be a problem leaving. Then lo and behold, it was actually funny how it happened, because we usually have like meetings in it's in like a town hall, like kind of boardroom thing. So we usually have these meetings, and every single time we have these meetings and they pull us up randomly, I'm in the corner like, please mention redundancy, please mention redundancy. This meeting in particular, you know, giving us bad news. Well, most people bad news. It was good news to me. And in one of the slides underneath, it just put in asterisks, you may request for voluntary redundancy if you want to. I was like, what?
Yeah, because being made redundant is better than, if you're going to quit your job, the best thing would be to be made redundant, because
because
if you quit, you're not going to get any money, but if you're made redundant, then you get a nice package.
They give you a nice package.
Yeah.
So I put my hand up straight away. I was quite eager, sent that email. I volunteered.
You were so happy.
Oh,
you were so happy.
Yeah, I was. It was difficult because I was so happy, but then
other people were
sad
because not everyone actually wants to leave their job.
Of course,
so obviously,
there's people that
don't want to be made redundant, and you know.
So every time somebody would come and say, "Oh, sorry about that," sorry for what? I'm happy, mate. So no, it came at a very good time.
Yeah, it all just I don't know, it just all kind of just lined up so well.
So well. Yeah, so since then been working on the business. Life has been different. It's been different. Like, I don't have a 9 to 5, but I do it's a
24/7, but it's a 24/7 that you control.
Yeah, to some degree I control. Obviously the work kind of demands when I have to work. Sometimes I don't have to do anything. I'm chilling, but then when you're running your own business, you're always thinking of, what more can I do? So there's no limit to what you can do when you're running your own business, and there's all these other things that I've never thought about before, like tax, accounting, marketing, you know. So it's been well a good transition. At the beginning it was hard, because as soon as I left work, even though I was running the business before I left work, it was like, oh, I could spend so much more time on the business. So yeah, I didn't put much systems in place. So
time management.
I was driving everywhere and I was just doing a lot of things. Then it's like, oh, we need to change things up so that you know, I spend more time working on the business rather than working in the business. So you know, set up some systems, and yeah, and now
that's what you do.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So yeah, he'll tell you more about that at some other point in time, hopefully. And yeah, so that's pretty much where we are. I think I will also do a video on why I teach and what I love about teaching as well. But yeah, that's what I do and that's what he does. And I hope that kind of just gave you some kind of idea of, you know, things are not always black and white when it comes to career paths. Like, for some people it is. For some people, they know what they're going to do from day and they just go off and they do it. But sometimes it can be a bit of an evolution, and where you think you might be going is not necessarily where you'll end up in 10 years down the line. So I feel like, you know, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't always be so headstrong. You can be. I guess it's a real difficult thing to say. It really depends on the type of person you are. You know, if you're headstrong, you know what you're going to do, go off, do it, fantastic. But if you're not, then just be flexible. I think we're living in a day and age where you have to be flexible, because you just have to be. The world is changing so fast. There are jobs in 2018 that did not exist in 2008. Okay guys, so I hope you like this video. Go ahead, if you do, hit that subscribe button. We'll be bringing you lots more content. And yeah, leave your comments down below as well. Let us know, what is your career journey? What are your career goals? What are you thinking of doing? Are you currently in a career which you're thinking about changing? Let us know, and we will catch you next week in another video. Take care guys, bye.